Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to turn the steering wheel for right and left turns. In this video, I'll be going over the basics for turning the wheel when you are turning right or left while driving. All right, let's get right to it. I'm going to start off by doing it right here, pulled over to the side of the road. Then I'll demonstrate it in action. So right now, this is what is sometimes referred to as dry steering. And it is basically when you're turning the wheel without the car actually moving. All right, so let's get right into it. First and foremost, you want to make sure that your steering, when you turn the wheel, is smooth and linear. What you don't want is something like this, where you don't exactly know what you're doing. You want to make sure that it's nice and smooth and linear. That's the goal for safe, smooth turning right and left. Now in this video, I'm not really going to be going over the safety procedures with regards to signaling and checking your mirrors and blind spots and so forth, but this will be basically only about steering. So you have, for the most part, three methods that are commonly used for steering. The first method is hand over hand, which is when you have both hands on the wheel like this, right over here. Then you're going to use one hand to turn the wheel, the other hand's going to go over, and then the other hand's going to go under, just like that. Okay, that is hand over hand, just like that. Hand is going over hand. Very simple. Then we have push-pull, which is basically you start off like this. One hand is going to be bringing the steering wheel, just like that. And this hand is going to simultaneously be sliding. Then this hand is going to grab the wheel, and this hand is going to be sliding, just like that. And vice versa. So your hands are meeting at the top and the bottom, okay? The other one is the palming method, which is the one-handed method. So you want to basically get your palm, press it against the wheel, and use it to turn the wheel right or left. So those are the steering methods. Now let's go over what you should do when you actually are ready to turn the car to steer right or left. So what you want to do is you want to be able to estimate how much to turn the wheel, and then hold it there and release it. So for instance, if I knew that I had to turn the wheel about 75% of a turn, which would be about 3/4 of a turn, to the left to make a left-hand turn, and I wanted to use hand over hand, I would start like this, and I would go something like this. Hold the wheel here throughout the turn, that's 75% of a turn, and then release it, and it would turn back by itself, just like that. The same thing will go with the other steering methods. That's the goal. So let's actually get on the road right now. Let's just pull this car onto the road, and we will actually make multiple right and left-hand turns to actually show you the turning of the wheel in actual process with the demonstration. So there's a stop sign up ahead. What I'm gonna do is I'll start off by making a right-hand turn, and you'll see, and this is a little bit of a weird intersection. It's almost like a Y type of intersection. It's not your typical T intersection. You'll see how much I have to turn the wheel and how I'm able to turn the wheel. So we're gonna start off with hand over hand steering. So check this out. I'm approaching the stop sign. I'm gonna do all of the safety procedures, but once again, I'm not gonna be going over them with an instructional manner, because this is basically about the actual process for steering when turning right and left. So check this out. We're gonna do hand over hand, and watch how I'm estimating how much to turn the wheel. Like I said, it was a really weird intersection. I barely had to turn the wheel at all, right? But that was hand over hand when turning right. Now let's go ahead and make this right-hand turn over here. This is a stop sign where it starts off at an angle, just like this. So I'm gonna come to complete stop, do my safety procedures, and we'll do hand over hand. Check this out. And then release. Now the key, as you saw there, and I'll make a left using push-pull steering now, the key is to be able to estimate how much to turn the wheel and hold it there. So check this out, push-pull steering, left turn, I'm holding it here, and then I release it. Now it's very much so okay to make micro adjustments while you're turning, meaning you're never gonna be able to know exactly, precisely how much to turn the steering wheel before you actually start making that turn, right? I'm estimating it's about this much. But as you can see, I was making tiny little adjustments as I was turning the wheel. And that's the goal. What you don't want is you don't want to be making macro adjustments, which look something like this throughout the turn. You don't want to be doing that. Micro adjustments like this are completely okay. That's how you actually get the nice curvature, is by adjusting according to the actual turn that you're making. So once again, we're gonna go ahead and make a right-hand turn over here, and I'll use the palming method right here. So one-handed steering, okay? As you can see, I am turning the wheel. Now I'm able to hold it here and then release it, just like that, and grab it at the top again. So the key for turning the wheel when you are making right and left-hand turns is to know roughly how much to turn the wheel. And that happens when you have practiced driving you know, many different times. So I knew that I had to turn the wheel aggressively there, just like that. So that only happens, like I said, once you've been driving. If you're having trouble knowing how much to turn the wheel, then you just got to keep practicing. Make like 50 right-hand turns and 50 left-hand turns. And by the 50th of each type of turn, you're going to be much better at steering than you were the first turn that you made for your right turn and your left turn. It's as simple as that. So with that being said, you have to know how much to turn the wheel, turn it smoothly to that point, hold it there throughout the turn, making minor adjustments, micro adjustments throughout the turn, and then you can simply release it. It's as simple as that. So I know to turn the wheel this much, and then I'm able to release it just like that. Very, very simple. And that is basically how to know how much to turn the wheel and how to turn the wheel in general when you're making right and left-hand turns. I've explained it for you. With regards to the steering, I haven't really gone over the safety procedures because I wanted this video to be about steering. I go over the safety procedures in most of my videos about turning right and left. I wanted this one to be specifically about steering, but I've still done the safety procedures, and it's still important to know that you should still be performing your signals, your mirror checks, your blind spot checks, you know, your pedestrian checks, your traffic checks, and so forth before you actually turn, right? And you're only going to be turning when it is safe to do so. It's very important to know that. But that's basically it. In this video, I've shown you how to turn the wheel, the steering wheel, when you are making right and left-hand turns. I've shown you how to do it smoothly and safely. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. What are some other tips for turning the steering wheel while driving to turn right and left? What are some other tips? Let me know down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.